Hello students, in the last lecture we have studied backward difference table. Example of backward difference table. Construct a backward difference table from the values of x and y from the following table and find the values of delta cube 40, delta square 30, delta raised to 4 50. Here we have given that the values of x and f of x. Now we construct the backward difference table. Backward difference table. So this is backward difference table. In this table we take the values of x, y, which is f of x, del y, del square y, del cube y, del raised to 4 y. Similarly, we have made this table. Here the values of x are 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. For the values of x, x equal to 10, f of x is 45, that is y1 is 45, y2 is 65, 80, 92 and 100. From this value we calculate delta y1. The delta y1 is, this is the value of y0, y1, y2, y3 and y4. Delta y0 is y1 minus y0. This is 20. From these two values, 80 minus 65, 15. 92 minus 80, 12. And last one, 100 minus 92, 8. These are the values of del y. Now we calculate the values of del square y. What is del square y? Del square y naught is del square y naught is del y1 minus del y naught. So 15 minus 20 minus 5, this is minus 3 and this is minus 4. Delta cube y is minus 3 minus plus minus 3 minus 5. This minus get plus minus 3 plus 5. This is 2 and this minus 1. From this delta raised to 4 is minus 3. This is backward difference table. We have to calculate delta cube 40, delta square 30, delta raised to 4 50. From this table we know this is the value of delta 20, this is delta 30, delta 4, del 40, del 50. This is the value of del square 30, this is del square 40, this is del square 50, del cube 40, del cube 50 and this is del raised to 4 50. From this value we can calculate delta cube 40. What is delta cube 40 is 2. Del cube 40 is 2. Now second is del square 30. What is del square 30 is minus 5. Del square 30 is minus 5 and last del raised to 4 50, which is minus 3. So this is the example of backward difference table. So in this chapter first we see forward difference table, next backward difference table, then central differences. Now we see other differences. First one is the shift operator which is denoted by E. The operator E is called shift operator or displacement or translation operator, which is denoted by E f of x equals to f of x plus h. This is the shift operator. E f of x equals to f of x plus h. Now e square f of x is e in a bracket e f of x equals to e into f of x plus h. E f of x is f of x plus h. So e f of x plus h. Now apply this definition here. So this is f of x plus h as it is plus h. So we get f of x plus 2h. So e square f of x is f of x plus 2h. Similarly, e cube f of x is f of x plus 3h. That is e of e square f of x plus h. That is e of f of x plus 2h. So apply here e. Therefore we get e f of x plus 2h as it is plus h. That is f of x plus 3h. So we get here e cube f of x is f of x plus 3h. Similarly, for n we get e raised to n f of x is f of x plus n h. That is e raised to n stands for the operator e being carried n times. So this is for n. This is for e raised to n. Now we find the inverse operator, that is e inverse is defined by e inverse f of x is f of x minus h. What is difference between this? The shift operator is e f of x is f of x plus h, and in inverse operator e inverse f of x is f of x minus h. There is change in the sign. Similarly, for e raised to minus 2 f of x minus 2h up to so on, e raised to minus n f of x is f of x minus n h. Next operator is differential operator, which is denoted by capital D. The differential operator for a function y equals to f of x is defined by d f of x is d by dx of f of x, that is derivative. So differential operator is df of x equals to d by dx of f of x. Similarly, for d square f of x, which is d square by dx square f of x. Similarly, up to so on, for n number of terms, d raised to n f of x is d raised to n dx upon dx raised to n f of x, that is nth derivative. This is nth derivative of f of x. Then third operator is the unit operator 1. Unit operator is denoted by 1. The unit operator 1 has a property that 1 into f of x is equal to f of x. This is the property of unit operator. The unit operator is also called as identity operator. This is called as identity operator. Now see the properties of operators. First, the operators delta, that is forward difference, del backward difference, e shift operator, delta central difference operator, mu and d. Differential operator are possesses the linearity property. What is linearity property? So we see the example for this. Delta c1 f of x plus c2 g of x. So if applying the definition of forward difference, what is forward difference operator? Del f of x is equal to f of x plus h minus f of x. So applying this definition, we get c1 f of x plus h plus c2 g of x plus h minus c1 f of x plus c2 g of x. Now we collect the terms of f of x. We get c1 f of x plus h minus c1 f of x. minus plus c2 g of x plus h minus c2 g of x. But if we take the common here, so we get c1 in a bracket f of x plus h minus f of x plus c2 in a bracket g of x plus h minus g of x. So from this we get c1 delta f of x plus c2 delta g of x. So here this delta satisfies the linearity property. Therefore delta is a linear operator. Similarly, we can prove this for del, E, delta, mu and D. If we substitute C1 equals to 1 and C2 equals to 1, then we substitute C1 is 1 and C2 is 1. In this expression we get delta f of x plus g of x equals to delta f of x plus delta g of x. So this is another property. Also, on substituting c2 equals to 0, we get delta c1 f of x equals to c1 delta f of x. So if we apply delta on c1 f of x, we get c1 delta f of x. The second property is the operator is distributive over addition. It is distributive, that means which satisfy distributive property over the operation addition. The third property is all operators follows the law of indices. For example, delta raised to a, delta raised to b, f of x is delta raised to a plus b f of x, which again equals to delta raised to b, delta raised to a f of x. Similarly, for central difference operator delta raised to a, delta raised to b, f of x is delta raised to a plus b f of x, which is also equals to delta raised to b, delta raised to a f of x. Similarly, we prove this for backward difference operator, shift operator, unit operator and differential operator. Fourth property is E and delta, that is shift operator and forward difference operator are not commutative with respect to variables. These two are not commutative with respect to variables, that is delta f of x into g of x, which is not equals to f of x into delta g of x. Next property, fifth property, if delta f of x equals to 0, then it does not mean that either delta equals to 0 or f of x equals to 0. If we have given that delta f of x is 0, which does not mean that either delta 0 or f of x 0. These are the 5 properties of operators. We stop here.